Welcome back to my page. My name's Jessica and today we're going to be creating this little card. You could do it on a coloured backing if you want. I just did white and stamped the inside. So really simple. I basically just use paper and my trimmer with a couple of little extra bits. So to get started, we just need your paper trimmer is going to be, you could do it with scissors, but paper trimmer is going to be of much use today. So we'll get our card base going. I've just got an A4 sheet of Whisper White and we want to cut it at 14.9 and then trim at 10.5. Not trim, sorry, score at 10.5, and then we just want to fold it over, grab our bone folder, and there's our card base to pop aside. So the first thing we'll need other than our card base is we need what I've created the weave pattern on, which was just another piece of Whisper White, and I cut that at 8 1/4. Sorry, not 8 1/4, 8.3 by 13. And that's just what we're going to create this pattern on. From there I used 4 different colors of cardstock. So I used Night of Navy, Rich Razzleberry, Mango Melody and Real Red. So you need 2 colors running down and 2 colors running across. The 2 colors running down, I cut them at 11 and I cut a piece of paper at 11.5, and then if you want to score at about 1.5, 1 to 1.5, that just makes it a little bit easier to fold over. And then all I did was cut 1 centimeter strips. So you can just use whatever scrap colors that you have. This one we need 7, well you need 6 of one and 7 of the other, so I'm just going to cut 7 of each because I'm not sure what color I'm going to start with, so I'll just do 7 of each. Five, 6, and you can make them however wide you want, however narrow you want. I just went with 1 centimeter, and then I used the Rich Razzleberry as well, so you can score them afterwards. I just found it easier to score the page, the whole strip to start with. This scoring is just what we use to stick on the back, so I just found it easier than trying to score all the little centimeter wide pieces, just to score the whole sheet to start with. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now for the strips going down, I cut, we've got Real Red and Mango Melody. I cut these at about 16.5, 17 centimeters, and we want to score, so that's the 17 there, so I want to score this at about 1 centimeter just to give you that fold line, and then we need to cut 4 each of these. Sorry, we're wobbling a little bit. And then the same with the Mango Melody. That's your 16, 17 centimeter. We'll just score right along there. and we need 4 as well. I did score it. Okay, so that's everything we need our trimmer for. So you've got 2 lots of colour in a longer length and 2 lots in a shorter length. So all I did was grab my tear and tape, and I started with the shorter side and just ran a strip of the tear and tape across the short side of the White Whisper cardstock that we cut earlier, that was 8.3 by 13. And then you just want to add your strips so that that score mark is right on the edge, and I just did alternating colors. Oops, might get that card out of the way. Just butt them up against each other. Two strips there. And then I did the same thing along the long side of the card. I'll do it on this side. Oops, that doesn't matter. Tore a bit of the card base, but that's okay. We'll be sticking more cardstock onto it, so it's not going to affect it. Come off. And then do the same with your shorter ones. Oh, I just dropped one. So hopefully we don't need that one. Hopefully that's the extra one we don't need. If not, I'm going to have to jump under the table and grab it. So you just want to try and line them up as straight as you can. I scored the blue a bit longer, so they're sitting a little bit different to the purpley colour. I'm going to need that blue strip. I think I might have to climb under the table to get it. Just grab my, oh, it's just on the floor here. Okay, so we want to fold all of these strips over just to get those score lines happening, and then we need to weave. So I'm going to start with blue down, so I'm just going to put all my blue strips down, well, as down as they'll go, separate them, and then drop my yellow down the edge. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to grab my tear and tape, and I'm going to just put a strip along the bottom there. We're not going to pull it all off, because if you pull it all off, when you flip it over, you're not going to be able to, it's going to stick to your surface. So I just peeled a little bit back and left it there so that I can flip it back over. Now you want to put your purple over. And this time the purple's going to go underneath. So I'm going to bring my blue up. Just do it this way, it might be a bit easier. And I'm just going to sort of fold that against the yellow a little bit so that I can separate the colours. And I can lay my next longer piece down. And you just keep going like that. The red's down. So I'll flip the card back over. Make sure you pull it fairly tight, not too tight. If you pull it too tight, you'll start to bend your cardstock. And I just want to tape it butting up against the last one that I did. Then I can fold all my blue down. Sort of push the red back in where you can and fold your purple back. And you just keep going, alternating your colours. I am giving it a little bit of a pull when I fold it back. Not too much because you'll bend it. But just enough to try and butt the last colour up so that it stays fairly tight. Yellow down. Flip it over. Pull your tape back. And I can pick it up. And butt it as well as you can up against your last one. And just keep repeating. So I hope you've all been enjoying the videos. If there's something you'd like to see, leave a comment below and I can see if I can make it. I've had some of my diamond painting ones go up as well, so I will be doing a competition soon. Red one down, flip it over, butt it up against your last one and tape it down. I really like this. You could use it for so many different things. I was thinking about framing it, but I thought, no, I'm going to just keep it simple today and just have it at the front. But you could definitely do it and then put a frame around it, or yellow down. Mix up the colours, use different colours. I just went for the nice bold bright ones, but I reckon it'd look really good in like a soft pastel-y colours. Might try that one next. Now we'll pull the blue back. So it's a little bit time consuming, but it's quite relaxing, and I love seeing the different pattern come together as you go. So definitely want to try it out with some different colors, mix the colors up. You don't necessarily have to use two colors. The 4 colors, you could just use 2. So one on the down and one on the up. But I went for 4 colors because I couldn't decide which 2 to just use. You could do this with DSP, designer series paper. That would look pretty cool with all your different patterns. Okay, this might have to come off now. Oops, there's my ruler. And then the lucky last. Lucky last one. So bend the blue back. I think it is better to score the blue one. I scored at 1.5 centimeters, where the purple I scored at 1. I'd probably do 1 again in the future, just to give you a little bit extra to play with at the end. Okay, sit. It's a little bit off the edge, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. We'll pull all our blue ones back over. I'm just sort of pulling up and over. Now, try and get as flat as you can. It doesn't matter. It will be a little bit bubbly, but that's okay. A bit of your tear and tape again along the back. This time you can pull the whole lot off. Maybe. Yes we can. And then just start with your longer pieces and just pull them around and secure them. Try not to put your fingers on the tear and tape, it is quite sticky. I do have a little bit of a bump here, but we'll roll it out once it's finished. Let's see how we've got the blue. I've only just got a tiny little bit to work with. So yeah, definitely score it the 1 centimetre one in the future rather than 1.5. And that's your card, or the pattern on your card. Because it is, it's quite bulky and it is a little bit bubbly, I will secure it with the tear and tape onto the card. But before I do that, I just put the twine around it. So the way I did that, I just measured across the card twice, down the card twice, give yourself a bit to do some bows, and then I doubled it up. And then just cut it. So I wanted a double thickness of this. You could do single, you could use whatever ribbon you have. I just thought the twine was quite nice because it's a Night of Navy twine, so it goes with the cardstock. You just find the middle of your 2 pieces and wrap it round like you would a present. So round to the back, twist, and back round to the front. Okay. I'm just going to tie it off for now and we'll finish the bow later. But I wanted to get this on before I stick it to my card front because that'll secure the baker's twine. I might move this one over a little bit. That will secure the baker's twine behind. So from there we just put a bit of tear and tape on the back. Don't want to go over the other bit of tear and tape. I'll never get the paper off it. And this one I did a little bit through the center as well, just to try and secure it down. That's what we need that for. Pull all your tear and tape off. It's still stuck to my finger. Doesn't want to play nice. It doesn't help. I broke my nail that I normally use to pull this paper off this morning, so it's making it a little bit harder. Now you can, if you want, put it straight down on the card. Oh, don't want to get that stuck behind. I chose to do it on just a slight angle and secure it down. Now I thought a tag, because it looks a little bit like a present, a little gift tag on it would be cute. You could stick a sentiment on it, whatever you like. So I'm just going to use my punch today and find my bit of paper that I had out for it. Of course, it's gone missing. I know I got a bit of paper out to cut. Let me just find a piece that's big enough. That will do. Alright, so we're just going to cut our little tag there. And then the stamps I've used today is from A Wish for Everything, and I've used wishing you a happy, there's happy down here, and birthday. So I've just popped it on my clear block here. I could use the colours in the card, but I'm just going to use our Memento just a black ink. If you wanted to make sure this was perfect, you could use your Stamparatus. Personally, I just couldn't be bothered pulling it out, so I'm just going to eye it. There you go. I'll clean that off later. Now to attach it to the card, just give it a second to dry. I've just got a single hole punch. Now I don't want to stick this all the way in. I'm just going to stick it in enough so that the holes, hopefully just near the top. A little bit off, but that's okay. Now I'm going to grab a strand from each side and thread this through and just tie it off. And then I'll attempt to tie a bow, which I'm not the best at, but I'm just going to tie that off quickly. Pick up my other two strands and tie a bow, hopefully. We will see. Woohoo, I got a bow. So there's the bow there, and then I just grabbed, these are an old embellishment that I had. So I just grabbed these, but you can just grab whatever you have just to give it a little bit of a bling. Oh, and we want to stamp inside the card as well. So I'll open that up. You could use a different saying. I just use the same sentiment, just in the black ink as well. Yet again, you could use whatever sentiments you had, whatever color you wanted, but I'm just going to stamp that inside my card. And that is the card complete for today. So there's my two. Wishing you a happy birthday. Hope you enjoyed watching and you stayed through till the end. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching today.